3, 24, 23. We're inching into spring here.
Coming into it.
A bit at a time. Let's see. Today, a few people have signed up to hear us gab about lollygagging and stick feeling for wholeness. You'll see. We're having fun and just having fun. That's lollygagging, stick peeling, having fun, not being driven, not participating in toxic, what's that called?
Positivity.
Not participating in the hustle culture. Not participating in the law of attraction.
Not to mention not participating in bigger, better, faster, more.
Definitely not bigger, faster, better, more. No. Wholeness. Well, we have wholeness in the title. So, oh no, we do have a person with us now.
One person here, maybe, huh?
Dina.
So, hey, if you're here, jump on. Jump on, let us know you're
here. Say hello on this. I haven't seen yet. Oh, we're close enough. So this actually, this title came from Phil.
Yes, it did.
And more distantly from Phil's wife.
Shall we tell the story?
Oh, go right ahead.
Well, we've been talking about wholeness this week, and had a conversation with my wife, Cindy, and she was kind of regaling me with her stories from her summer camp many, many years ago. And she went to a camp as a young girl called Camp Darkwaters. And they called it Darkwaters because it was in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. And if you know anything about pine, when it gets into the water, it turns the water very brackish and dark. Hence the name Camp Darkwaters. And she would go every year to Camp Darkwaters. And she was saying, the two favorite things I like to do at Camp Darkwaters were lollygagging and stick peeling. And what lollygagging was you get together with other campers and you lay down kind of like in a circle in the middle of the field, and you put your head on someone's belly and you kind of go around in a circle like that, and you look up at the sky and you laugh. And then when you laugh, well, other people's bellies start going up and down, which basically start laughing more, and they just have a good old time just laying around lollygagging.
Yes.
And then the other thing that they used to like to do was stick peeling. And you grab a stick and you peel it off either with your hands or you get a little knife or something. And then, well, you go and build a fairy house with the sticks.
Yes.
So we thought, how nice, lollygagging and stick peeling for wholeness.
Yeah. Because that's we live in a world that you got to be progressing. No lollygagging is allowed.
Always looking for whatever the next thing to do is.
Exactly. And for sure, even if you are lollygagging maybe and watching TV or something, somewhere along the line they're going to try and sell you something.
Oh, well, you're going to get some messages. Yes.
You're going to get messages to go buy something, and so
right in the middle of your lollygag.
Your lollygag. So I was telling Phil when he said it to me, and I don't know why I started using that term, but I have dogs, and like most people who have dogs, you'll see the dog roll on its back and be scratching its back. And I've always called that lollygagging. So similar though, because no particular use for it. It's just
No.
this is lollygagging, and
Yeah.
and the stick peeling. There you go. That's sort of like whittling, isn't it?
Yes.
It's akin to
Yes.
whittling.
Yeah. So some of them were doing some whittling, but you didn't even need to have uh, a knife to do any whittling with. You just peel.
No. But the old timers, you see them in the movies, at least sitting there whittling on,
Oh yeah.
which and
Making stuff.
whittling is not wood carving. Whittling is whittling.
Yeah.
But whittling is making little sticks out of big sticks.
Right. Yep.
That's it. So, once again, no particular purpose. Here's the point, folks, is that if you're doing those things, you're whole.
Yeah.
And for that matter, if you're doing something else, you're whole too.
Yeah.
But the message that our society gives folks is that, well, on the one hand, it says you ought to go take time for yourself, take a break, take it easy. And then as soon as you're doing that, the message is, what the hell are you doing that for?
Yeah.
Get to work.
It's the double whammy of our culture, isn't
and even if you're doing that, you're whole.
Yeah.
Then the main way to get you up and not lollygagging, not stick peeling, not just kicking back enjoying yourself, is to basically give you a message that you're not whole.
Yes.
Something about you is missing. Something needs fixing. Something needs to be done.
You're incomplete.
You're incomplete. So, with that said, so we would like to add this little bit to the Matrix. Call the Matrix channel or whatever. What do we call this? Matrix Talk. That's it. Matrix Talk.
Yeah.
So we've been using it.
Diagram right here.
And we're writing a book now. I think right now we've switched the title to Life Patterns.
Yeah, life pattern.
Life Patterns. And so life patterns is the matrix, if you know the matrix. And so you look at the patterns of it. So, and the patterns are built on who's important to you. And then you do stuff to approach who's important to you. So there's the pattern on the right. And then we all have yucky stuff that legitimately doesn't feel good.
Mm-mm.
Headaches, belly aches, fear, stuff that we are then motivated to get relief from. And so that creates another pattern, left side pattern versus right side pattern. Another pattern is how much time am I spending in my head versus how much time am I spending noticing more through my five senses. So I'm out of my head or in my head, or kind of thing, that kind of pattern. And so you notice those patterns. And there you go. So you're noticing those patterns. And here's the thing to notice. That's all of you. You don't need any more. You're whole.
You're good. You're good.
It's like, right. If you're good. If we could all get to where we look at that and I'm good with that. I'm good. And that would include if someone were to say, I'm sad today, there you go. You're sad today. I'm anxious today. Oh, there you go. You're anxious today. Or even then the other side, I'm feeling sort of happy today for some reason. There you go. But in our society, the happy is the good stuff and the sad and the other stuff is the bad stuff. And get to work making yourself happy. You're not whole if you're sad. You're not whole if you're anxious. Something needs to be fixed. Something's missing. Happiness is missing. So let's plug that with happiness. And so that leads to what's known as toxic positivity.
Mm.
You just get tired of it. We all do. So back to it. What's the antidote? Oh, do some lollygagging and notice you're good.
Yes.
Notice lollygagging, notice you're good. Notice whatever, and notice that's the whole of me. There I am. There's the whole of
Yeah.
me. Cool.
That's what someone said to me. Yeah, that's really how I am when they looked at the diagram.
Yeah, that's it. And so what the diagram helps with is that. So that's what we're proposing with this. You know? And lollygagging doesn't have to be on the right side or the left side or any side. It's just lollygagging. It just is what it is. It's you being
Yep.
you. So that's
Yes.
that's what we're getting. So I guess we're saying lollygag and stick peel and whatever that means to you folks.
Whatever
And
way you lollygag and peel sticks.
and notice that you're whole. So we're going to be writing more on this and doing more on this, but that was the point. And what we think is funny, sort of kind of funny, is like when we put up this lollygagging and stick peeling for wholeness, almost very, very few people, a third of who usually shows up, registered, and we know why. And I'm not dissing on people, but everybody's about, well, we got to go attend these webinars, so we're going to get more stuff. We're going to get
they're doing
right.
Right.
We're more active.
Fill myself up more stuff.
You know, and you'll hear it in terms like personal growth.
Yeah.
My best bet is you just lollygag along, you'll notice personal growth showing up just fine.
Just fine. Just fine.
It'll come right along for the ride.
Yep, there it is.
It'll show right on up. But in our culture, oh no, you're not growthy enough.
Nope.
You're not.
Yes, we got more growing to do.
Right, you got more. You got more. You need to do more stuff. Do more and more. And obviously Phil and I do a lot, but that's it. So lollygagging and stick peeling for wholeness. We don't need more. And every once in a while, take a break and do that. Other than that, it's the essentials. Not necessarily minimalism, but still the essentials. How did somebody put it? You get all the essentials. That means roof over your head, transportation, food.
Check.
You check off the essentials. And then there's this nice stuff,
Yeah.
Add on. And the question to ask is, well, is that adding value to my life? Truly adding value to my life. And, it's just a worthy question to ask. So that's the overall message. But lollygagging and stick peeling, we just like that. I mean, and I am of the type, it's been driven into me a lot. And people would know this because, I'll end up used to work a whole lot. But if I sit down in the backyard to watch the bees, put it that way, it only takes a minute or two, and my mind is telling me I ought to get up and get to work.
Yep, get moving.
Goof it off. I need to get up and get to work. And that's
yeah. You ought not to be doing that.
Right. And I guess watching the bees is lollygagging in a way. But so I can work on myself as well and lollygag. It's all right. Sit here and watch the bees.
There you go. Yeah.
And by the way, anybody, if you ever decide to go into beekeeping, one day you will notice yourself watching the front of the hive as the bees go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And you will feel the desire to get a chair and sit down, watch the bees go back and forth. It is,
yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of a beekeeper that doesn't enjoy doing that. It's really cool.
Yep.
Very peaceful existence. So you sit down until you need to get up and do something to feed yourself or put a roof over your head or stuff like that. We're not saying lollygag and don't get the essentials
Yeah.
taken care of. You got to get the essentials. You got to chop wood, carry water, that kind of stuff. But so you're going to see us. We're going to do more and more regarding wholeness. We like that word wholeness.
Yes.
We were even helping a colleague start a book on wholeness.
Yeah, right. Talking about that this morning.
So she's going to be writing a book. Then we figure the more we get that word wholeness, we're not the first ones. You can
No.
titles and stuff coming up with wholeness, but nowhere near enough. And the idea that, but our idea is that you do the matrix, you look at it, and you go, there I am.
Right
Wow,
there.
I'm whole. There's no part of me missing.
Cool.
And even when I get an advertising message that's telling me that I'm not good enough, which is
Coming in here.
coming in from up there, and what that's telling you is you're not whole. You're not good enough. You're not whole. And with those messages, we can go, no, I'm good enough. Because you're not going to stop the messages.
No. And you are going to respond to them. Like we were talking today about bringing something home from the store that you really don't need.
I have done
It's sitting in a bag over there in the corner.
that. Phil and I were talking about other people on the call this morning, talking about that most of us had done this. So we get into sophisticated
Oh, yeah. Sophisticated relief.
consumerism, a la Kindle books.
Yeah.
There's
Very sophisticated.
no paper, it's just electronics and stuff. And we all know for a fact we have Kindle books in our Kindle library that we haven't read.
They have not been opened.
And it gets worse. Because then one day out in the future, you'll say, oh, I ought to buy that book. And you'll go to buy it. And it's already in your library.
And Amazon says, you already have this in your collection,
You've
Phil.
already got it. And I'm sure all of us have done that. So even when you're trying to be environmentally conscious in your and sophisticated in your consumerism, it's still a relief move, and it just lasts a moment. You go, oh, that felt so good to buy that book.
Yep.
And then you know, no, it didn't. It's
You're
electronic. All you got to do is click on it and open the damn thing. So, so we all do it, but we're not dissing on folks. I'm not dissing on folks. But anyway, we got one person with us, Dina. Dina, you ever done anything like that? Maybe she has. Our other one is when you look around and you'll see like a bag sitting on a chair.
Yeah.
What is that? And you'll open it up and something you bought a week or two ago.
Yeah. And you've even forgotten that you bought it, like you kind of opened it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought I needed that last week.
Oh, you got to move stuff or clean stuff out. And like you open up and you find a brand new pair of shoes you bought.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not a shoeaholic, but I've even done it. Like, what the heck? And of course, now I got to do something with those shoes. Give them the charity or something, I guess. Because by then it's like, I don't want these shoes.
Really? What was I thinking when I got these shoes?
So anyways, back to lollygagging and stick peeling. So I guess this would be, if you're lucky enough to have a backyard, I guess you can go to a park. You got to be careful in a park, though. They might get after you for stick peeling.
Well, they might walk up to you and say, what's all this about then?
What are you doing that stick peeling? I think pretty well you can get away with the lollygagging.
Yeah.
Richard, hi from Montreal.
Hey, Richard.
And by the way, lollygagging as defined by Phil's wife Cindy's summer camp was laying down and putting your head on somebody else's belly, and then the other person would do a laugh, a belly laugh,
Just gets to chuckling.
and you get to chuckling. That's lollygagging. Mine is just lollygagging.
Yeah. There are many ways to lollygag.
Lollygagging.
Yeah.
But it's all good, it's good stuff. But we live in a society that within no time at all, really, in my own case, it's 30, 40 seconds. Oh, you ought to be doing something.
Enough of that. Time's up.
Time's up. Time to be productive. Try to be productive. And now, of course, the internet and other places will tell you to slow down and take time to smell the roses. But that's better done if you're buying something, though.
Long enough to click. Just long
Long to buy something and get about it. So this is just us playing around with the term, with wholeness. Trying to get this message out there that you are. Oh yeah, if you hadn't seen it, Richard, we hold up the matrix, which we're calling life patterns for a book we're writing. And you notice the patterns, your right side patterns, your left side patterns, or the pattern of how much you're noticing through your five senses versus how much are you in your head, that kind of pattern recognition. You notice all of that stuff. And then you also notice, oh, wow, I'm whole. That's me. That's all of me.
The whole thing.
There I am. Meaning it's like you're looking at yourself in the mirror. It's like, there's nothing missing.
Nope.
We're all there. It's all cool. And that's part of it's cool, or I'm good with that, or good enough. Meaning you don't need to go buy something or do something to make yourself more whole. And we wouldn't say that except the message of everywhere.
Coming up here.
Everywhere the message is, you're not whole.
You're not.
You're sick. You need more. You need this gadget.
You need my stuff.
And so to counteract that culture, which is killing us, literally.
Let's face it, folks.
It's literally increasing the rate of teen suicide. We can say that for a fact. That like the Instagram culture of comparing yourself to the influencers.
Oh yeah, being an influencer.
And you can't achieve that, so now you're really inferior, which by definition adolescents are. They get, even I'm sure 1,000 years ago they felt
absolutely
incomplete or whatever, and now you got all that added onto it. It ends up in lifting and increasing the rate of at least teen suicide. My guess is it probably increases the rate of suicide in other populations as well.
Yeah.
And so I don't like that.
Not good. It's crappy.
Not good. But then again, I can't do anything about it, or we can't, or what? Why? Because we have an entire economy based on consumerism, people buying lots of stuff. And as a matter of fact, the economists would hate us if everybody said, "Oh, I'm good enough. I don't need to buy more stuff."
No, it's bad for business.
The economists would be like, "Stop that."
Yeah.
Stop
You're gonna shrink the economy if you keep that stuff.
Right. Throw us into a recession or something.
Really?
So it's like, well, this is a hell of a rock and a hard place. One, I need to sit back and lollygag and stick peel and feel whole. Just be okay with me. And but on the other hand, if we all do that, we crater the current economy. So there's pain up ahead.
Yep.
Well, any which way we go, there's pain up ahead. So we'll see. But you know what? At least a few of us, a couple of people watching this, you can get into lollygagging. Notice yourself lollygagging. To notice yourself stick peeling, you got to go get a stick. But now, me personally, I got 3.5 acres of sticks.
Yeah, I can go out back and
I go find
grab many sticks.
But if you live in, Manhattan or something, it might be a little more difficult to get a hold of a stick. But nevertheless, the point is you're just being and doing something you enjoy doing.
Yeah, just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
No ulterior motive here.
I'm not trying to make a buck at it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to create the next best great thing. Now, that's not to say that you're not sitting there doing it and an idea for a book or something comes across your mind. Great. We are in the
Very often
business.
when that stuff shows up.
Right. We are in the business of writing books and stuff. We just try and balance it with lollygagging.
Yeah.
So our point is balance your stuff. Even when you hear Kevin and Phil talk about book writing.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not saying do that 18.
I'm not saying book write 24/7, bang one out. No.
We're trying to make it sound like you do it organically.
Right.
Like, I could have but I'm just going to say crowdcast because
Yeah.
what we teach. Crowdcast, and I can have this program called Designer. Okay, so I can lollygag along, but every once in a while have some topic that fits a book that I would like to write. Log on, do the crowdcast, blah, 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 get it done, have fun with it, download it, put it in. You can do all of this in not that terribly much time.
Oh,
and you're not
3 minutes.
Right.
Downloading.
Killing yourself sitting in front of a typewriter with white paper, and all that. So, and when you say, yeah, I'm going to take a break, well, by gosh, take a break.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to drive anybody, and we're certainly not trying to get people in the rat race of looking for more money and all.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got a job or do something that you make enough money. And of course that's required. So we ask people to support us on Patreon. It helps us do this. People do. They actually do.
Yes.
So do that. But we all sell a few books and some other stuff that we make some money enough to keep us rolling. But you know what? We don't want to be no millionaires.
No.
That would take too much time. That would seriously
that would cut back on the lollygagging and stick peeling big time.
It'll mess it up. And boy, I've known in my lifetime actually quite a few millionaires and a couple of three probably billionaires now. So them people ain't got no time.
Yeah. Well, they spend their time taking care of their stuff.
No, they're not enjoying. I haven't met any of them enjoying themselves.
No.
No.
It's a lot to keep up with, all that stuff.
No. Enough is enough to keep up with. 40, I don't know what it is now, probably 50, 60, $70,000 a year in US money. I know it used to be 40, but that was quite a few years ago. We've had a lot of inflation, so
Why not?
it's gone up. But whatever the magic number is for enough.
What I read, like 75,000 somewhere.
That sounds about right, because the 40 I'm coming up with is
your wholeness level doesn't increase once you get your basic needs met.
Oh no, there's tons of research, folks. No,
Yeah.
more money than that doesn't result in any more happiness.
No, you don't.
And lots of money. Oh well, we do know that the suicide rate is amongst the highest of the very wealthy.
Oh yeah.
They have a very high suicide rate. Strange, huh? that money leads to an increase in suicide rates. Yikes. Wonder what's going on there. Well, they're not lollygagging enough.
They certainly aren't.
There's what it is.
They're busy maintaining. Got to maintain. Got to keep it up.
Right. So our lollygag and stick peel and whittle and sit and watch bees or butterflies or whatever, birds. Notice.
Or watch your dog roll around in the grass too, right?
Oh, that's always fun to do. And then it's one of yours, and you notice they're rolling in, a cow patty or something.
Yeah, stuff
Hey.
like baby. Yeah, like, enough lollygagging there.
There you got to watch them. But the dogs are fun. But yeah, that's it. So the whole point of this is us taking a break. Don't write a book, don't. Do what you enjoy. Lollygag, stick peel, crochet, whatever. But maybe one day you'll want to write a book, and you can write a book on stick peeling.
It's been done.
Yeah. There's all kinds of wilderness survival books that include stick peeling. It's a major way of getting lashes, binding, rope. Interesting. And once again, lollygag, stick peel, be whole, but draw yourself a matrix, put everything in there you can, step back, look at it, and go, oh, well, there I am. That's all cool.
This is me being me.
And all of it's cool. The lower left's cool, the lower right's cool, everything's cool.
Relief moves, satisfaction moves.
This is
all good.
Okay, so as we close out, I will say that many people will look at this, and because of our culture, I'm not blaming an individual, but because of our culture, they will go, "Ooh, I need to be doing more in the upper right." That's Bill and I have heard it a bunch of times.
Many, many times.
And we're all, and we might have fallen for it 10 years ago or something.
Oh yeah.
But not now.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, no. You don't need to be doing more of that. You don't need to be doing more of anything. That's the point. You're whole. No, we're not going to get rid of people wanting to do more in the upper right.
No, that's going to continue. Yeah.
Well, because you wake up every day and you're going to get messages, do more.
Up here.
Especially the do more with less and make it better. Whatever.
Oh, sounds like my old job.
I was going to say, that's Phil's old job.
Wow. I just flashed on something there.
And I forgot to tell you, and enjoy yourself while you're doing
Oh, yes. With a smile on your face. Exactly.
Stay positive.
Yeah.
And that's the point. And then you get in a workplace and like, well, there used to be 10 of us doing this job. Now there's 5 of us. We're working our butts off. And somebody says, shut up. You're being negative.
Really? I don't want to hear that stuff around here.
I don't want to hear no negativity. Like into the workplace it goes. I love it. Just as I'm chatting along, somebody here may have heard about Lean. It's the Toyota management system that was transported over to the West, and Lean means remove fat. That's what that Lean. And so you remove waste. So you look at a manufacturing process. And the idea is everybody's looking for wasted stuff. Well, the Americans got a hold of that.
Oh man, they twisted that up.
You can have no waste. Everything's got to be 100% efficient. 0.001
Trim.
Right. It's just crazy. And the end point, like everybody's dead. it's not a way to do humans. It's just, it may not even be a way to do machines, but it's certainly not a way to do humans. That's the thing. So, and by the way, there's many books been written on it and stuff. It hasn't worked. Lean has not worked in the United States. And I don't think in the Western world. It's not even totally adopted in Japan, where it came from.
No.
It's just people can't wrap their
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, they're struggling over there too.
Yeah, they just can't. And whenever you get into that business of calling things waste and trying to get rid of the waste and add value and all that, you can get into a real rat race in a real hurry. So, best part, back when I was working, and we had the post-traumatic stress disorder program, and we were developing the ACT interventions, and I eventually came up with the matrix. And every morning we would sit around, I mean, literally 5 days a week, we had morning meetings. Well, for the most part, we were just gabbing, I'll admit. You know what? That was the best time. That was the best part of work. Right.
Oh, yeah. No, you're making me think about when I was working in the school, we had two middle school class, well, one middle school class, and every morning we would do a matrix check-in. And it was, in many respects, the best part of my day, because all we did was we just got together in the classroom with teachers and the kids, and we all just did a loop around the matrix, and then we just went about our day. Wasn't
Right,
about trying to get anybody anywhere or fix anything.
and that's my point. It was when we weren't.
If people came in tired, bored, and hungry, we just went, cool. You're noticing you're tired, bored, and hungry. All right.
That's been there, done that. Cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Because other than that, the society jumps on. Oh my God, we need to fix your tired. We need to fix your bored.
Yeah.
We need to fix your hungry. We need
Right.
to fix all those things. You just can't have them. I'm not saying let people starve, but
No.
But times when that just doesn't need to be fixed.
Yeah.
Heck, I've often said I would lose a whole lot of weight if I didn't get hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to get in the way of my dieting all the time.
Oh my, yes.
And once again, you just got to accept whatever.
Yep.
But I guess this all is acceptance. But we're lollygagging today. So that's what we've been doing, is lollygagging and stick peeling. We're not trying to get anywhere today. Doesn't mean that we won't
You should not try to get anywhere, too. Try it. See what happens.
But you know what? Here's the rub of it. You're human, and time goes by, so you will get.
Just notice it. There you go. Just notice it.
Pretty soon it's going to be tomorrow, and stuff's going to have happened. You won't sit there and watch the bees all day. No, you'll get up and do something.
No one does that.
The biggie is take care of things, and take care of yourself, and take care of your loved ones. Put food on the table and a roof over your head, that kind of stuff. But if you can, then, I do this myself now. It's like I'm not going to buy something, but I do ask, is it really going to add value? Truly, truly add value. Which would go for Kindle books as well.
Yeah.
Is that truly going to add value, or is it truly just going to go in my library and sit there? Which I have those books in my Kindle library, and I've never even opened them. So for that matter, I got paper books I've bought and not opened those either. Well, that's not adding value. I mean, at least the Kindle books really don't weigh more than a few electrons worth.
Yeah.
Weight. The other books, the paper books, you go to move, them babies are heavy.
They take up space.
They take up a lot of space and a lot of weight. But back to you ask if they, is this going to add value? Is it going to make me more whole? No. I have some musical instruments. Love them all. Would not have them. That's value. Now I don't know about adding more. I don't think I couldn't play them all. I know people like own 30, 40, 50 guitars. Play all those.
Really?
We couldn't if they had to. So I do like rotate through and play. I will say the one orange one over here is too hurting my shoulder, so I'm going to trade it off. But that's to add value. I still want to play something like that. I just need something small. Think.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
No. Go watch bees. Go look up Phil's wife and go lollygag. No.
Yeah.
You don't have to look her up.
Lay down in the grass and look up at the sky.
Look up.
E.B. White, everyone should should just sit next to a little stream and listen.
That'll work.
How about that?
That'll work. Whatever we can, do that kind of stuff. So, Lallygagging and stick peeling for wholeness. This is just a crowdcast devoted to not getting particularly anywhere.
Except being whole.
Except right there where you are, being whole, and you're good. And go watch Mr. Rogers on YouTube. He'll tell you, I like you just the way you are. And that was, by the way, his message. We are not in doing anything but redoing Mr. Rogers.
Fred said it best.
Right. Absolutely.
Just be you.
Just be you. That's it. But man, that doesn't sell anything, Phil.
Oh man, no. Nothing comes off the shelf when you're just being you. Product does not get moved when you're just being you.
By the way, folks, in case you didn't know, that's exactly what Fred Rogers was working against.
Yeah.
Was consumerism driven into children.
That was his motivation for starting the show.
Was he could tell that they were being made into,
they were being marketed
to and made into blind consumers. Yeah. And he could see what it was. It's like, you're incomplete without this toy.
He could see and feel the crappy messages that they were getting.
He could just see it going, and so he spun that around and say to every single show, You're good.
Yeah.
I like you just the way you are. You don't need to be told you're not. But I mean, and then we get into advertising. It's one thing. We wouldn't know about stuff if we didn't have some ads. Okay.
Yeah.
But then it gets into manipulating you and make you feel less than whole.
You feel crappy about yourself.
So you'll buy something. Yeah. Instead of, like at the farmer's market, here you go.
Yeah.
I have these for sale. Glad you told me. I see that.
Fresh produce.
I can buy that. Right. Instead of, you're incomplete. You'll be a more whole person if you buy this. You'll be better, stronger,
faster.
You'll
be more than you already are.
So now get the matrix out and draw the matrix and look where more is.
Where does that go? Where's more go?
Where's more? You know what? I can tell you, folks, in my own life, I can tell you it's up in the upper left. It's a relief movement.
Oh, yeah.
More is a relief. Oh, yeah. I'm working toward more. Oh, more. How wonderful. And go lollygag.
Nope.
So I personally promise to watch the bees more this year. Because I'm promising myself, but I will. I'll watch the bees more.
Yep.
They're a good thing.
I have a big backyard with a lot of sticks in it, so I think I might Might just go
Well, you said you had some fairy houses.
and we still have from the old days of my children
Well,
when they
you
were
might
younger.
want to go.
I could go visit the fairy houses
You
in the
could go
backyard.
spruce up a fairy house.
Yeah, they probably could use a new roof. I think.
Oh, there you go. See? And if sprucing up fairy houses isn't part of Lallygagging, I just don't know why.
Yes.
It's right up there with it. And by the way, we're not saying go tear up the environment.
Oh no.
Yeah, stuff that's already laying around.
Yeah, it's just sitting there,
Not
available for use. Let's put it that way.
available for use. Exactly. Don't go tearing up moss or something.
Yeah.
That takes a
Don't
long
be
time.
chopping down trees or ripping branches off. Don't be doing that kind of stuff.
No, no, this is peeling sticks that have already
Plenty
fallen.
of stuff just laying about that you can pick up and mess around with.
Well, especially this time of year and all
Yeah,
that
all the
post winter, man.
wind stuff and right.
Oh wow. Well, this has been fun.
Absolutely.
I like this lollygagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I'll do more of it. But on Monday, what are we gonna? We're gonna do something on Monday.
We're going to be doing some life pattern.
Oh, for groups.
Groups.
For groups.
For groups.
Life pattern recognition for groups.
Yep.
Part of the book. We'll be back to writing on the book. Our sort of lollygagging form of
Yeah,
writing.
you'll see us writing the book.
It's very we sort of happen into books.
Yeah.
Sort of rolls in. Right? Instead of sitting in front of a typewriter or
With a blank white screen.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I don't have any words to put on there.
We'll
No.
figure out how to lollygag along. So thanks everybody for coming.
Yeah.
This has been fun. We've had well, at least for us. And I feel more in a lollygagging mood.
There you go.
That's cool.
And it's the beginning of the weekend, so there you go.
Oh, I'm definitely doing a lollygagging weekend.
Uh-huh.
I had a big weekend last weekend. And by the way, folks, I really do. I got bee equipment I need to get ready. I got
There you
bees
go.
on the way. So now that's not me working. I don't mean to say I'm working, but the bees need a home. And I'm taking it on
They like
myself.
that. Yeah, they like having a home.
Right. I've taken it upon myself to provide them a said home. So
Yep.
it definitely a necessity.
That's something you got to deliver on.
Got to deliver, right?
Right.
I'll go do that.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Bye bye.
Nice one. Take care.
care.